And he succeeds. Okay, now I will explain strength. Strength basically comes into consideration when you are blocking. Blocking is anything that causes your opponents to clash. If you attack, or if they attack you, anything that makes two players clash is called a block. So the way it works is, if two people blocking each other have equal strength, the person who did the block rolls one dice and picks the result. Basically, and then if your character is stronger than your opponent, you roll 2 dice. If you're twice as strong, you roll 3. But the thing is, though, it's if anybody is stronger, you roll 2 dice. If anyone is stronger, twice as strong, you roll 3. The thing is, though, the person that is the stronger one picks the results of the dice. So if you're the weaker one by twice as much, and you get to roll 3 dice because of that, that means the enemy gets to pick which of the 3 dice they want to count as the roll. So you're giving your the player that's stronger has all the control over what dice is chosen. So the ogre has 5 strength, and the black orc has 4. So when I attack him, I'm stronger, so I get 2 dice, and it's displayed by the dice being white. Okay, the defender down result, which is the explosion symbol without the exclamation point, means they will get knocked down. Always. They will always get knocked down. I'm almost 100% sure that absolutely no skills can prevent being knocked down by this. But on the other hand, defender stumbles, which is the explosion symbol with the exclamation point, it will also knock them back and knock them down, like this does. Only if they have the dodge skill, they override this effect. And instead of being knocked down, they're simply pushed back. If you have, but now if the person doing the tackle has the tackle skill, it will ignore their opponent's dodge skill. So dodge turns a defender stumbles into a pushback result, and a tackle skill overrides the dodge skill. So, of course, I would do defender down because it is the least resistible ability, and almost, I'm pretty sure, 100% guarantees a knockdown. No skill can override this. So that's what you're gunning for. Then you pick one of the 3 areas to knock them back to. The tutorial says pick this one. And you get to choose to follow up or not follow up. Following up means, do you want to walk up to the square where he previously was or not? In this case, yes. Technically, you could want to just knock him back and stay where you're at. But you can choose to knock him back and follow to where he's at. See? He walks up, and he knocked him unconscious. The yellow bell means he was knocked unconscious. He will get sent off the field, and appear right here, in the unconscious area. Anytime someone scores, or anytime the game is stopped for whatever reason, like halftime or someone scores, there'll be a random chance that someone who was knocked unconscious will come back in. They won't always come back in, though. Also, when you knock someone down, I forgot to say, when you knock someone down, the reason why he got knocked unconscious is because when you successfully knock someone down, then you roll an armor check. An armor check is you roll 2 6-sided dice, and if you beat their armor, which the orc's armor is a 9, as you can see down there, then you can then determine if they get anything done to them at all, or simply knocked down. So the result guarantees them to fall down on the ground, but then you roll against their armor to see if they're stunned, if they're knocked out, or if they're injured. So to actually kill someone, you have to successfully beat their armor, get a really high roll on the injury table, and then get a really high roll on the casualty table. So it's very rare for it to occur, but it does occur, and it's more frequently with people that have lower armor. Certain skills also affect how those rolls are done, making you more likely to injure your opponent, or less, or making you less likely to be injured. So let's continue. Okay, now we're going to talk about moving through tackle zones. As I explained, if you move out of a tackle zone, you have to dodge. He's going to run from here up to here. During this entire trip, he's fine until he enters right here, which is in a troll tackle zone. If he tries to leave it right here with the mark on the red circle, he will have to do a dodge. a dodge is done the exact way as everything else is. He has a 3 agility, meaning he has to roll a 4 for a success. But since he's dodging to a place where there's no other people around, he gets +1. For any other person around him, he would have got -1, which would have, reduced how much what he had to get. So in this case, he had to roll a 4, +1 to his roll, means he has to roll a 3 or higher. Okay. And now they're going to have this guy with the ball run up here as well. And they're explaining the go for it system, which I've already explained. Going for it up to here means he's going to have to roll to enter this square. So he's fine, he's fine, he's fine, he's fine, he's fine. This time he's leaving the lineman's space, tackle zone, so he has to dodge there, but then he can enter it without any problems, but he has to roll for the go for it attempt to go one square further. Successfully dodges and moves in. Now he's going to pass off the ball. To pass off the ball to somebody right next to you, it's a guaranteed success for the person throwing the ball. But the person that's taking the ball still has to roll a successful, catching roll. Because technically someone can be retarded, pass the ball to somebody, and the person taking the ball still drop it. So, in this case, he has to roll a 4 or higher. Actually, it's a 4 or higher +1 because he's just passing it off, which makes it a 3 or higher. And he gets it. Now they're going to explain blitzing. Basically, everybody on your team can do one action: move or block. So if they're already in position to block, they can block. If they're not in position to block, they can move. But once per turn, you can make one of your units do a blitz, which is a move and attack action within one turn. This is showing that this blitzer right here is going to blitz the lineman on the other side. It's displayed with a little lightning bolt above their head if this action will cause a blitz. To confirm your action, you right-click again. Now since Griff Overwald's here, he gives a +1 to my strength because he's supporting me in this block. If Griff Uberwald had any other orc around him except the one that he's assisting you to hit, he would not grant this bonus. So there's an orc right here, he would not give a bonus of 1, unless he had a certain skill to allow him to ignore him. But since there's nobody else around him, he gives me +1. His strength is 3, so +1 is 4, making him stronger than the orc's 3. Therefore, I roll 2 dice against him. This result is both down. It's with a skull and a explosion symbol. The point of a both down result is that it will knock us both down, as you would expect. But the block skill prevents you from being knocked down from a both down. So I can easily use this both down result, and the human blitzer will still remain up because he has block, and the orc lineman will drop because he does not have block. So I'm safe to go ahead and do this. The other results you can get is either a red skull or a pushback. So there's defender down, defender stumbles, attacker down, or push. Push result, as I said before, it just pushes them back to a certain square you choose. And the skull is the worst roll in the game. The skull result, which is a single skull, is attacker down. So it means that whoever attacked in this block falls. So if I would have rolled 2 skulls, which more or less is kind of like rolling snake eyes, I would get knocked down, guaranteed. So it's basically you do not want the red skull attacker down option on any roll you do, unless you're stronger than your opponent. Because if your opponent attacks you and you're stronger than him, and one of the result, so that means you get to pick the result, and one of the results is attacker down, he attacked you. So you can freely hit attacker down as the dice you choose and have him fall on his ass. So basically, higher strength gives you more dice to choose between. Also, certain skills allow you to use your strength for your agility in terms of dodging, symbolizing you just pushing through people, rather than being agile about it. So he goes down, I don't. Okay? And now I can still choose to move for my turn. And I'll move over here to defend the ball carrier. Okay. Now this guy over here is going to try running over here. This blitzer is going to run to this space. The thing is, though, as he leaves, once again, from his tackle zone, he's going to have to dodge and move up here.